It is a good day to talk homeschooling.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings.
Hi guys, I'm Danielle and I am a homeschooling mother of 7. This is Hogan Life, and on this channel I like to talk about everything mom related. I like to remind you you're doing a great job and that no one can mom your kids like you. I just spent a couple days with my kids down at the beach. I like to do that before we start school, just as like the last hurrah of summer. The fun thing about going to the beach in August is in California, a lot of people are already back in school. When you see families with kids, you're like, do you homeschool? I have very seldom met another homeschool mom that doesn't want to talk about homeschooling. I think the biggest reason is that you need encouragement. You need some validation that you're not screwing up your kids, you're doing a good job, they're gonna be all right. What I see is a hunger to be encouraged, a hunger to just know that what they've decided to do is the right thing. Today, I'm just going to go through with you what I am doing for my 7 children. I say 7 because I have 7, and when you're homeschooling, they are always with you. My youngest is 3, so she needs activities to keep her occupied. Part of my homeschool planning is writing down her name and writing down all my ideas to help keep a movement on her day as well, so that I can feel less chaos and stress when I'm homeschooling my older kids. So I've been rocking a school cart for a long time. Now I got this school cart from my husband, who got it from, I think, Lowe's or Home Depot.
Like tall buildings, as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young.
So my goal in school planning is to have everything organized as much as I can. I just go through my school cubbies or my school resources, and I just pull out things that I've used in the past that I might like to revisit, but it's not part of my curriculum choices, and I put it in my school cart. So like Story of the World and the Bonafide books, fun resources for learning. Then I like to have all my stuff, the glue, the tape, the pencils, the colored pencils, the markers, so that when we start school, I don't have to scrounge for an eraser. I don't have to scrounge for a ruler or scissors or things that you need like right in that moment. I also have my resources for myself, like my DVDs or CDs, my teaching manuals. So I start by writing down the names of each of my children. It's just in my bullet journal. And then as the weeks progress, I'm just kind of writing down what I think would suit them this year. And so I'm going to start with my high school students. I have a 15-year-old, a 17-year-old. My 17-year-old is in her last year of high school. Mind blowing. By next year, I'm going to be able to come to you as a homeschool mom who is homeschooled from 4 and 5 through high school, and it's going to be really special for me. This year, my 2 kids in high school are going to do exclusive online Acellus courses. It's accredited for high school, so it gives them the credits they need. I am not telling you that it is the best out there because, for one, it's not overtly Christian based. I want to provide my kids with a Christian worldview, a worldview that looks at life and looks at the world through the lens of God and His creation and what He's given us as a purpose to do on this earth. So I really didn't want to do this until my kids were really able to navigate information that was not from a source that had a Christian world perspective. Woohoo, that's a lot of words. Financially, it was reasonable for us, and because it's accredited, I don't have to worry about making sure they get all their credits, making sure everything is taken care of. I've talked to a teacher about the different courses they need to have and the amount of credits they need to have to graduate high school under this umbrella. So my daughter, because she's front-loaded so many of her classes, she is doing economics, she's doing an English class, and she's doing a business management class, and that's for the first semester. For her second semester, she will be done with her economics and she will go into government. So my 15-year-old sophomore year, he's doing 4 classes and he's doing it through Acellus that will take care of his credits that are necessary for his sophomore year. He's doing geometry, history, biology, and English all through Acellus this year. So what I like to do sometimes with this Acellus, instead of just having him listen to his classes with earphones, I plug in my speaker so it's a little bit louder and I can hear it. So I'll be in the kitchen, I'll be doing my duties, doing my thing, and keeping my finger on the pulse of what he's learning. So even though it's on the computer, I always know what's being taught. I am at every step a part of his education because he does require a lot of assistance with everything academic. All right, let's go on to my 11-year-old and my 9-year-old. For those two, I am doing teaching textbooks for their math. I have talked before about teaching textbooks. I really like it now. I always started at Becca with my younger children, and then when I moved on to teaching textbooks, it really took a lot of the burden off of me to teach every subject and to be just so involved with everything, because it does require a lot of my time, and I'm only one woman and a crazy one at that. And I also am giving them each one class in Acellus, and this just kind of takes some of the burden off of me, and I think I'm going to do science. So I'll let you know if I end up liking it or not, but the workload is not very big, and I do like with more of the active sciences, they can watch an experiment being done. I used to have a science co-op. Right now, I just do not have one that I love, and so that's why I'm doing it this way this year. Remember, you're not locked into one way of doing things ever. And that is the most hopeful and inspiring thing about homeschool, is that you can always look back and say, well, I didn't love this and I did love this. So all my children are going to be participating in our basket time, which is our morning activity. I'm doing the beautiful feat American history, the K through 3rd grade. And I'm doing it with all of my children. And so we're able to go through the read alouds and just have pleasant conversation. And then anything that really sparks an interest in any one of my children, then I can delve deeper at that point. And the brand new thing that I am starting with my 9-year-old and 11-year-old is the IEW structure and style. Now, I've never done anything that requires this much parental preparation. Let me just show you. Hold on a second. This is what came with the full packet. There are like 3 teacher manuals like this, and usually I'm out. But the IEW structure and style has such good reviews, and it's really important to me that my children have a good grasp of writing. It's a lot of teacher manual. So I ordered a separate binder for my 2nd child and a separate workbook for the grammar tree. So this will be their whole language arts program for the year, and I'm super excited about it. I'll let you know at the end of this year how successful I have been. You know, I am very economical when it comes to purchasing my resources, my curriculum. If you have a lot of kids and you know that something's great, you can purchase it, and then you just get the things that you need when your next children come of age, and then you can use all the teacher's resources. Anyway, I'm still kind of nervous about that. Yeah, so anything we do that is like music appreciation, art, it's going to be done all together. It's going to be done through our basket time, and it's going to be done with all my children, except my oldest. She is an independent learner, and she is focused on all the things that she has to do, so it's okay. All right, so I have a 7-year-old, and he is reading. So what we are doing with him, I am doing Matthew C. I actually love a Becca, but I got it for free, and we tried it last year, the Matthew C, and he's doing fine with it, so I'm going to do another year of that. The biggest difference is the Matthew C focuses on one scale at a time and really pounds that into the ground, whereas Becca, you are learning how to add at the same time you're learning how to tell time, you're learning how to count money. All right, so you know that he is 7. He is going to be participating in our history during basket time, and he's doing spelling you see. He's going to be doing explode the code. And then for his science that is on his own, he is just going to be reading through a 1st grade science book from a Becca that I've used with all my kids. I just like them to read through it throughout the year, and then we just do a lot of read alouds all together. To me, one of the biggest things for his age is to have him read to you every day. It develops them in their reading, where right now is just a crucial part. They've only been reading for a little while, and they need to just continue to develop that love, that desire to read on their own. This builds their vocabulary. You get to see where they're sounding out words wrong. It's just super productive. And for my 5-year-old, I've talked about schooling 5-year-olds. You can watch my video. I don't do a lot. We're working through the 100 easy lessons. I am going to get him the Explode the Code for kindergarten to keep working on phonics. He's going to participate in our history read alouds during basket time, also our memorization work, and whatever else we do during that time. And that is it. I'm not even doing a math book for him. I'm just doing what I have done for each of my children, and that is teaching them to count to 20, teaching them to count backwards from 20, teaching them to skip count by 2s and 5s and 10s. If you have anything that you are just super excited about to start this year in your homeschool, would you please put it in the comments? Phew, that was a lot of words. I will see you next time. Okay? It's a coaster.
We began to feel the fire.
This coaster.